Okay, so we're on session 6 today. If I haven't heard from you, please contact me ASAP to organise your presentations. And I'd also, Aidan, how are you going with your presentation?
Good. I've had a little look at it, but I haven't really started too much of it. Try to get through this week's content and then my other assignment, which is due this weekend, and I'll make a crack at this topic. But yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, no rush anyway. Did you watch the basketball just then?
Yeah, that's what I had finished watching the lecture, but it took me an hour to watch 30-minute lecture that you had because I went and watched the basketball at gym.
Yeah, so was I, don't worry. I was thinking, is it going to finish in time? We didn't finish well, did we?
No.
We did so well for the, 3 quarters. It's just that last bit.
Neck and neck, yeah.
And towards the end, it's just stupid shots. It's like, should have just played smart.
Just rushing it, Trying to play catch up.
What week are we up to? We're up to week 6?
Yeah, this is week 6, yeah.
I'll share my screen with you. We'll go through this stuff. Where are we? All right. Online. July. Oops. Okay. Oh, I think I've almost finished most of the weeks. If you ever wanted to skip ahead, anyway. So.
Yep.
So we needed to look at problems with the psych skills. Did you get a chance to do the forum?
No, I'm only up to. I've just finished watching the lecture like 5-10 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk about that together anyway. There are 5 things that coaches say to us why they don't use sports psychs. And one of the main reasons why is the fact that they don't believe it's going to be helpful, which is a challenge that I've had as a sports psych initially was getting the understanding what sports psychology actually is, because people are like, I don't have mental problems, I don't want to work with a psychologist.
Yeah.
But, for me, it's about going, hey, I don't work with people with problems. I work with people who are really good at what they do, and I look at trying to fix whatever little things they need to fix to be even a better performer. So they don't believe it'll work. They say they don't have the time in training session. And I often hear coaches, so if things go to crap in a game, the first thing is, we're not fit enough. And so they smash it. And it's like, hang on, the kids or the team didn't perform well in a pressure situation. It's very different to being unfit. So what they should be practicing is pressure situations and how to execute that and back themselves in those situations. A few people have talked about, well, I don't want to work with this sports psych because I don't know my sport. For me, as a sports psychologist, it's better that I don't know your sport. I find it hard working with basketballers because I end up crossing. I feel sometimes I don't do it. I make sure I don't go there, but that I go into the coach's mindset rather than a sports psychologist mindset. So ultimately, when I watch performance, even now when I'm watching the different sports loving watching the different sports throughout the Olympics, I'm not looking for technical stuff and strategical stuff. I'm looking for the psychological things that affect performance. So I think it's actually advantageous when you don't know the sport because you're going to give a different insight to something that not that new. Viewed as a problem athlete. Again, we don't work with people with problems. I think as a person trying to convince somebody, show them research of all the athletes in that sport that are utilising a sports psychologist. Like, you can't tell me any of those athletes in Rio aren't talking to a sports psychologist.
Oh, yeah.
And it's getting rid of that stigma that comes with it, that the stigma about, I don't want to be seen as I've got a problem. And it's like, well, no, you don't. You're a high performer and you're facing pressure. And it's about dealing with pressure. A lot of them also say that sports psychologist just comes in once and don't follow up, which can happen, but it also, I think funding might come into play with that. for me, when I work with the program, I just go in, right, what do you want to achieve? And then I give them a kind of a outlook over the year. So I'll say, what's your season like? Where's induction? Where's the selection? Where's postseason? And then I'll just tell them my ideas on how I can help service. And so it doesn't have to be the one-off. So that's, I'll share my screen. So basically that first activity was just about, oh, okay, well, if somebody doesn't want to utilize a sports psychologist, tell me some things that you would tell them to convince them why they should utilize it. So when you get a chance, Aidan, just jot some ideas down. I've just talked you through some. So
yeah, righto, yeah.
Then questionnaire. Oh, did you get to do this?
No, I haven't done any of the participate stuff yet. I haven't had a chance. I skimmed over it real quick just before.
I want you to do it. No, obviously, don't do it now. When we finish, where is it?
Yeah, I'll do it and I'll send it through.
Yeah, send it through and I can have a look at it and score it. I don't know why the link's not working now.
It linked for me. I just went to my download. Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm a dumbass sometimes. All right, so fill this out. It actually has the score in here. If you wanted to, where's the scoring? Yeah, you could score it yourself if you want. So what it's going to do is give you 7 scores. It's going to give you a score about coping with adversity. So it'll tell you if you can remain positive and enthusiastic even when things are going badly. Remain calm and controlled and quickly bounce back. It looks at coachability. So if you're open to learn from instruction, accept constructive criticism without taking it personally or becoming upset. Looks at concentration. So whether an athlete becomes easily distracted and able to focus on the task at hand in both practice and game situations. Looks at confidence and achievement motivation. So athlete, whether you're confident and positively motivated, gives 100%, works hard. Goal setting and mental prep. So this looks at whether you actually come with a game plan, whether you've got your goals in place and you're mentally prepared. Looks at peaking under pressure, whether you're challenged rather than threatened by a pressure situation. And then the freedom from worry looks at whether an athlete puts pressure on him or herself by worrying about performing poorly or making mistakes. I really like this questionnaire, Aidan. We actually utilise it at the Institute of Sport. So when I start, so I work with 3 different sports, and when I start, I give them this questionnaire along with a depression, anxiety, and stress questionnaire, which we have to still tick off mental health to make sure they're okay.
Yep.
But this is a really good buy-in for us. So I get them to fill this out, and then I do a group session for the first time with the new squad, and we have a look at where they sit with these variables. And I talk about the group norms, what an elite athlete, what sort of, so 12 is a high score, so you want to look at getting 12s. And then closer, so obviously 6 is, for the athletes in the elite programs, we would expect they should score a 9 on these.
Okay.
They're only juniors, but they should score a 9. For the normal pop, we're looking at 6. So you can score it, and it just basically says you add. So for coping with adversity, it tells you to add these scores together. So you just go to question 5.
Oh, yep.
And if you,
yep.
Just add it. I'm not sure if that's one of our students, but it's a Melbourne number. I don't think we have anybody from Melbourne. And then, so you just go to 5. If you did almost always, it's 3. Then you go to 17 and you add those four scores together, and that gives you the coping with adversity score.
Yeah.
The only tricky thing about this, and it's not that tricky, just these 2, the asterisk ones, and these 4, when you add them to your total amount, you just reverse the scoring. So if it was 1 and it had the asterisk, so if you got sometimes, it's actually a 2. So it's, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so fill that out, and then next week remind me. Let's just talk through how you went with that. I find it interesting. The athletes find it interesting where they sit. You know, it's actually most of them score quite highly on this because they wouldn't be in a program if they did. But it is these scores that the junior athletes really struggle with.
I think off the top of my, like, if I was to guess what I would score highly in, I would say the coachability.
Yep.
And probably peaking under pressure. Probably my main two, I'd say. Like, especially when I know when I play, like when I play any sport and that sort of stuff, I always like taking the pressure moments or doing anything like that. And I was looking for that feedback with the coaching.
Yeah.
So I'd done that. So it'd be interesting to see if I do score quite highly in those two things, because I'd say they'd be my two strengths.
Yeah. The sad thing is sometimes, because this is definitely one of the scores peaking under pressure that I like. If there isn't pressure though, my game suffers a little bit because I'm bored.
Oh yeah.
So
I grew up playing in our district. I played like some elite level soccer, and we've got Hunter Valley, Macquarie, Newcastle Port Stephens, all that type of stuff. And I played for Hunter Valley, and when we were 12, 13, our district was shocking, basically. We used to play Newcastle and Macquarie, and we'd get beaten 12, 13-0 every week. We just play them week in, week out. We get smashed. But we kept the same team all the way through because no one wanted to play for Hunter Valley. Everyone wanted to play out of those teams. We kept the same team. Then all the way through to under 15s, under 16s, we actually end up being undefeated that whole season. We conceded 2 goals for the whole season. Played, went to Melbourne to play the Manchester United Cup. But we kept that team together. But because we were playing those top teams every week, we just got better and better and better. And we actually looked forward to, those clutch moments or, getting a penalty or free kick and trying to convert them rather than playing, being the top dominant team and just winning every week, 10-0, 8-0, whatever. And then I think that's just helped me with my stuff now. Like, I actually I like being either the underdog or I like that sort of pressure and those clutch moments.
Absolutely. And on the bit about how you guys were weak and then eventually, there's nothing like when a team sticks together over a period of time and just putting that together.
Yeah, so we kept the team, and then we just, because the thing with, obviously, with the juniors, it's all about, parents will top and change. They always want their kid to be the best, and if their kid's sitting on the bench, they'll go to another team. And if this team won last year, they want to get all their kids into that team. But we just get the same team every year. We kept turning up. We kept getting better. We got along so well. There was none of that really politics or anything like that. Well, we felt like that way.
Yeah.
And then, we just knew our game inside out. And then it got to under 15s, under 16s, where things actually mattered to go into senior football. And, we played so good. The other players had really good talent, but they weren't a good team.
Right.
So then, say we'd get a free kick outside the 18. We knew the exact person that would take it in that sort of area, and we knew where they would put it or what they would do, and so we could follow up.
Yeah.
But we'd verse other teams that have the same moment. There'd be 3 or 4 guys trying to fight over the ball because they wanted to be the one that would win the game for them. But we just coached really well, and
And Dean, that game we just watched, I felt America play.
Oh, shocking in the last
bunch of individuals. We actually played like a team, except for the last bit. It was like brain explosions through his throat. Had they kept that team approach? Hopefully they get to play them again.
That's a game we had in the last quarter. We almost had to be up 3 or 4 points, and then we could have held it. But because we were playing the same way and we were trying to chase it, then obviously all that stuff we're just not used to chasing a game against such elite
Yeah.
team. Even though we've done it, but we'll get to verse them again if we make the finals or quarters, semis. Like we'll cross paths with them again, so then we can learn from that. And we know that we've taken them to the third quarter, halfway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It's a good learning curve, but you can,
Nothing with 5, a 6 point, 8 point match. That's nothing. Like that is nothing in that. So, exciting times.
Yes.
Okay, so that's that. Yeah, so score that stuff and have a look at where you sit. And then the last little bit was just looking at goal setting. Share screen. Am I sharing? Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, I can see you.
Stop doing that. Where are we? So the only other exercise we did, was this questionnaire. Oh, it's actually, it looks like this. I can't see it. Hang on. Switch role to student. Okay, so it's just like write a goal and then tick off if it is hitting these. Because often when we set goals, we forget to write a really good goal. And so have a look at how you set goals and if you tick these off. And also indicate whether it's a process, performance, and outcome goal. So then after you critique it, I want you to write the goal again if you need to have made it more detailed.
Yep. Okay, I can do that.
That's it. So this week won't be too heavy on the workload. I'll stop sharing. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to do today. If you have time. Okay, yeah. So Aiden, just get through that. Do those exercises today and it should be fine. Next week we're having a look at what we do. Self-talk and self-confidence.
Yeah. Have you got the stuff for the mark for the quiz or?
I'm not sharing my screen with you, am I? You can see me?
No, I can just see you.
Okay, I'll just look it up for you. I just don't want to share it online. I'll just see your grades. I think I'm a student. Switch role to my normal grades.
That was actually harder than I thought it was going to be. Like having that time frame there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. They're quite intense, those questions, because you have to. I can see your grade. You should be able to see your grade. So go to the page, our page for the performance. And then on the right-hand side, it should have grades where it says admin. I'll just switch to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and click on that. Can you see your grade? So you did fine.
Team building. Where do I? So I'm in.
Okay, let me have a look. So I'll switch to student and see what I can see. Okay, so if you go to the homepage of performance, whatever, PER 1203, and you know how you can see all the tabs for the weeks?
Yep.
On the right-hand side, oh, you know what? I'll share the screen with you. Hang on.
Versus administration. Is that where I'm at?
Yes. Okay.
Click grades.
See here? Yeah. So if you click on that, you should be able to see your grade.
I can see like team building tasks, designer communication activity, burnout and sport. That's all I can see.
Oh, where's the other ones? Oh, I'll find out what's going on there.
User report.
Team building tasks, so they're just the activities we do. But this isn't what. Where's the grades for the quizzes? Why? Maybe if we click on assessments, we go into quiz, and then. All right, I'm going to find out what's going on there. I will text you now how you went. Okay.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
When's our essay week, like for the content? Is it week 6 to week 9? Is that what the essays, the content has to include?
The strategies that I start talking about will start happening now. So we've talked about goal setting.
Yeah.
I talked about self-awareness when we talked about personality. So they're the strategies that you need to apply to the problems that you've identified, or the problem you identified. The theories, however, we've kind of already covered some of it. So motivation really comes into play. How they explain motivation some of those theories will help explain why we should use goal setting.
Okay, yeah, right.
But I'll give you
I'll get my
a scaffolding task. I've got a spreadsheet for you. I'll just have a look where it is. Workbook. I think I put it in a week. Okay, no, I'll add it in. I'm going to give you a scaffolding task. In fact, we'll do it together online. We'll do it together online. Don't start this. It's probably too early anyway, Aiden. Focus on your presentation. And next week, I will talk about scaffold essay. Okay. Any other questions?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay, we're good, I think.
Good.
Get through the content for week 7, and then let's chat next Thursday.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, cool. I'll send you your results now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right. See you later, Aiden.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.